Hello. What's going on, gang? Aqua Story. Remember we were doing that? And we're back. Still doing that. It's Aqua. Guys, Aqua Story. Aqua. 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 You're awake? Well, I'm glad you're awake, because you're here. Hello. What's going on? Only by about 30 minutes. 30 minutes is enough. Hey, it's Friday. Let's go to the Radiant Garden.
Excuse me. I'm terribly sorry to
Uncle Scrooge.
Oh, what a well-mannered lass you are. I'd be pleased as punch to help you if I can.
I'm looking for a boy who's not from around here. Have you seen him?
I think I know just who you're talking about. He scampered off toward yon castle in a right hurry.
Thank you so much.
Uncle Scrooge is Scottish, right? That's his accent?
Tara, I hope you're still there.
I'm incapable of calling him Scrooge McDuck, by the way. It's Uncle Scrooge. For whatever reason, you can't just, the gates, closed in steel, I guess. Like, to go to the castle, you're not allowed to just walk up to it. You gotta do a whole run around. Who I think has committed more capitalist atrocities, Scrooge or... alright. Boo! Well, actually, if you take a look at Batman's a power fantasy. You keep that up, and I'm going to launch into all of the whatever takes I'm sure people had about today's live letter. We can do all the allergic to fun classics. I fucking... I like playing as Aqua. I feel like my favorite, just in terms of the way that I engage in video games, is probably Terra, because, Ben's got, really flashy abilities, and so does Aqua. But Terra's strat is basically hit it really hard, and if that fails, hit it harder, which is basically the way my brain works. For folks, calm down. Die, creature. He's gonna outrun it. What a bastard. How is he speeding up? I hate this game. Stop! Shh. Wait, what? I'm thinking about the wrong thing. Huh. I don't know anything about Aqua, but I'm contractually obligated to think every girl with a sword is cool as hell. Aqua's cool as hell, so honestly, doing great. Doing great. I like Aqua. Cool as hell is probably an exaggeration, but I like Aqua. I don't read about 14 in any place with takes. No place with takes? At all? Damn. Nobody posting about the game on Twitter or really any relatively large zone is going to talk about it in any way that's tolerable. You know? Yeah. I don't know. I like I pointed out on Discord, like, since I stopped frequenting Catgirl bargains and my Twitter timeline has been pretty carefully curated, so I don't get takes anymore unless I seek them out. Or, like, you know, there's, like, I do follow not all of the top, like, content creatory folks in FF14's community, because I find some of them to be downright intolerable. But you know, there are, like, I think I follow Denmo. He's on our server on Excalibur, so I feel we should have a camaraderie. So, like, if he retweets something, then I'll see it. But for the most part, I'm take free. The only thing I'm aware of that's been a topic of discussion is the fact that the relic is apparently going to require some Hildebrand, which means something to some people, but I've done Hildebrand, so as I mentioned before, I don't give a shit. I'm contractually not obligated to give a shit about things that don't affect me. This is a big thing in, like, pro wrestling has got a deal where, like, you know, recently AEW, they did a show with another company called New Japan, and so some people who are awful were like, well, what if you don't watch New Japan? You don't know these guys. I don't want to see a show of people I don't know. And I was like, well, I fucking watch New Japan, so, you know what I mean? Like, all those people can get bent. I don't care. I mean, sucks to suck, you know? That's the, well, what if you don't watch all the Marvel movies? You're going to be lost. And it's like, well, you know, that imaginary person, that straw man you've constructed, I wish them all the luck in the world. But they're not me, so I don't have to care. I never will. They can't make me. So, I've chosen to instead be totally neutral on them requiring Hildebrand for the relic. I would have done it anyway, since I already did the starter quest on stream, and it was kind of amusing. And I'm going to do most of the stuff they talked about. I'm going to try the Savage Dungeon, even though I don't think I'm going to get too much out of it. I'm going to try the new trials. I'm going to enjoy the Savage Raids, probably, you know. Like, Yozora's going to live it up large. I might even pretend to do the island for content. I don't Minecraft, so I don't think it's for me, but we're going to see. Unfortunately, I have multiple friend groups who think dunking is the most important activity to partake in directly after the live letter. I remember I had the static when I was in Eden's Promise. Those lads were like, it was as if they were doing a bit to get cool points on the internet, but it was just us, so they must have really felt that way. But it was a lot of like, oh, what do you... well, I'm sure here's what's in the live letter. A new dungeon, some trials, and probably some quests. And I was like, yeah, mate, that's the fucking MMORPG. What do you think they're going to do? Like, a live letter where they're like, everyone gets a steering wheel and we're going to do, like, Wii control remote gameplay? Like, well, that's, like, my least favorite internet thing is, like, you say anything with a weenie enough voice or, like, be reductive enough and you sound like you have a point. Like, oh, what are they going to do? Release content? Oh, we haven't seen that before. And it's like, well, what did you think you were saying in this live letter? Where did they mislead you? Where did you take a wrong turn where you were like, oh man, I fucking thought something way different, but instead they've led us here to this droll nonsense. Just think, Jill, on one hand you have people furious about auto attacks. On the other hand, you have, I've been playing 300 hours and I've never used the fucking healer LB, so truly the community is made of multitudes.
No! Run! I can feel the light.
Kyrie! Little baby Kyrie.
I can fight like this.
She placed her hand on Aqua's Keyblade there for 2 seconds. That had lore implications. I'm not joking.
Hurry! You gotta get that girl to someplace that's safe.
Who are you? Why do you have a Keyblade?
I'll tell you later. Right now, we gotta stop these things.
Aqua outranks Mickey here. He is not a Keyblade master at this point, but she is. I just think that's very funny.
Huh? Everything all right?
Aqua hoofed Kyrie under her arm,
Let's
got halfway down the stairs, rolled her ass the other halfway, and then ran back up here. Which is why Aqua is awesome.
Thunder! Fire!
Another point in Jill's column. This makes Terra the only character that didn't get to hang out and fight with Mickey Mouse, therefore confirming him as the worst.
Yeah! Take that! Fire! Thunder! Farewell!
Kill him, Mickey.
Fire! 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 Thunder!
In Walker, they're shaking it up. This live letter talked about 2 whole pieces of pretty unique content. One of them's got to be the island. Are you counting like the new Savage Dungeon-y kind of thing as another one with the branching paths? The thing is, that kind of thing was not like, would not have rescued that conversation. It was very much along the lines of like, I think sometimes people forget what we're doing here, and I'm not trying to squash the idea of creativity, but like, there's absolutely a subset of people who play the game that are like, oh, this dungeon has 2 DPS, a tank, and a healer. What the hell is Square doing? And it's like, yeah, mate, that's their gameplay loop. You're either in or you're not. I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you. My name is Aqua. I train under
That static
Master
wiped and
Yoda.
copied factory on the day y'all were gonna do tea.
Mickey.
I have no recollection of that, and I'm mad you like tried to uncover the memory. What do you mean?
I sense light within this girl.
Yensid is definitely a better master than Ericus, though.
Yep. I think you might be absolutely
I mean, he's got 1 pupil and he's king of a nation.
She must be somebody
Ericus had
really
3,
extraordinary.
and fucking 2 of them are bozo. So yeah, alright, sure.
Yes. I'm quite certain she's someone we're supposed
Aqua
to
outranks the king. So Aqua's not a sovereign citizen of the Disney Castle world. So technically, I feel she's kind to Mickey and refers to him as king through politeness. Like Sora does it because Donald and Goofy tell him to. He doesn't have to recognize his authority, though, I don't think. But in terms of keyblading, Aqua is a master and Mickey's not at this point, so yes.
Are these for me?
I picked you some flowers. Thank you for saving me.
You meant
They're
CC?
lovely.
Crystalline
You're
Conflict?
so sweet.
Crystalline Conflict rules. I'm glad the new season starts this Tuesday, right?
Nice to meet
I'm
you
gonna
too.
check it out, see if the rewards are worth anything.
Kyrie, about that light.
Oh, Grandma!
Might go back to 2 days of Final Fantasy XIV for that. Rosinos returns.
I just cast a magic spell on you.
Here's a retcon cutscene for all the cool
One
people
day
to
when
watch.
you're in trouble, the light within you will lead you to the light of another. Someone to keep you safe.
Thanks!
Kyrie's grandma making another appearance in the series was bamboozling.
There you are. It's time to go.
Okay. Oh. Bye!
Little Kyrie's precious. I don't think we're ever like
Grandma?
told
What is it?
or
Could you tell me that story?
given any importance to Kyrie having like a grandmother and not
Oh,
parents.
dear.
I think it's just a thing.
Please?
Very well then.
I still feel like a Kingdom Hearts game that has you play as Mickey properly would be cool. Yeah, I probably would.
Warmth of light. Everyone
Mickey's got a fun, unique gameplay loop. I'd take it. Yeah.
Then
Don't know when they do it,
began
but
to fight over
I would have
it.
taken it. I
They
wonder if
wanted
that's a
to
Disney
protect
thing. Maybe not.
themselves.
The news of the century, as Nomura came out and was like, yeah, no, Disney was totally into Sora and Smash. I was the one pitching a bitch. Shattering like a 10-year narrative of people being like, cursed Disney won't let us have Sora and things. Now I want to know if that bastard's the reason I didn't get Sora in Dissidia, because if he is, I'm going to have to run his fade.
The hearts of children. With these fragments of light, children rebuilt the lost world.
The new dungeon seems like new territory for the game. I wonder what the world's going to look like. I'll be curious. I'll be curious. New contents, I mean, you know, sometimes it speaks to me, sometimes it doesn't. Crystalline Conflict proved to be more fun and generate more interest to me on stream. Like, those streams where I was just trying to rank up in CC are streams I remember fondly. Versus content like the Unreal Trials. I tried one of those, or maybe even two, and I was like, nah, bollocks. Turns out a Realm Reborn Trials, still not that great at level 80. I'm out. You know, like, you never know.
Believe in the light, and the darkness will never defeat you. Your heart will
We were watching
shine
old
with
clips yesterday looking for
power
Bloodborne moments.
and push
Lolz.
the darkness
Damien, me wondering if you could fall off of a thing and finding out you could. Missing the cleric beast with a Molotov because it went over his head. Those are the Bloodborne clips I remember. Oh, fucking doing a double down with Ebrietas. My double down with Ebrietas was a god tier moment on this stream. I'm glad it's clipped, even if it's not VODed.
Unversed, it never ends.
Oh, I'm seething in this clip. Alright, let's cut this off. I'm fucking furious. I thought we wiped because everyone died. It was an enrage. No wonder I was mad. Destiny's Embrace. That's you're not supposed to think any of this stuff is canon or meaningful because it makes no goddamn sense otherwise. That Aqua has Kyrie's Keyblade here, or maybe Kyrie has Aqua's Keyblade in the future. You're not supposed to think about it or talk about it anyway. You know, these things just happen sometimes. That's it. Okay, so I capped this fire. Do I want to level anything else? I need some more spells. Like, I don't know. I'll level the Zero Gravity, but it's just to do it. I can't think of anything I want to actually use it for. No, wait. Do I have a slow? Because I want Crawling Fire. To make Mega Flare? My brain's gonna explode. You guys know, I have choice paralysis, man. I do not need to be presented with options ever. Dawn, this is why people are like, they should break cross-class skills. I'm like, no. Give me my one ninja kit. Tell me the order to push the buttons in. That's all I want. That's all I need. Anything more than that gives me anxiety. Holy shit. No, fuck that. I just remembered. Aqua gets really sick mind abilities that Terra and Ven aren't allowed to have. Give it to me. Actually, probably want Fusion Fire. I'm gonna this time. But then I don't. Whatever. What I need are more command slots so I can level more abilities at once. What I need is to play the command board so I can level the abilities I don't have equipped. What I need is a difference in this life because I tire of this world and its leaders. Let's read some more comments. What if it gives Savage level gear? Oh no, Bucko. From the Savage dungeon? I say with hope in my heart for a symbol of the source of max eye level gear. I didn't think that was going to work. I was just hopping. That's funny to me. I don't think that would go over well. I think the Relic already pushes a couple buttons unjustly. I feel like another source of Savage level gear that aren't the Savage raids with the weekly lockout and stuff would probably tilt some people. And I recognize that you don't design your game over what will tilt your most annoying players, but I don't know. I would be understanding. Savage is Savage. Savage is savage, he said sagely, like an intelligent person would pretend to be. He knew Unreal as Sephiroth? Okay. Heavensward content. Heavensward Trials at least had the potential to be good. After 3.0, Ravana is like fine and Bismarck's actively terrible. But after that, though, like Sephiroth, Sophia, and Zervin are all good trials. She does it. She's the game of it. Yeah, Aqua gets some sick mine abilities. I don't think I have like second chance and once more on Aqua yet, so I'm trying to see if this is an opportunity for those. It is. Preparing for the end game. If it's Savage difficulty, then surely it should be fine. I think the time ask of it would be different, though. I don't know that it's just the difficulty itself of the content. But I suppose I'm trying to conceptualize what a Savage difficulty dungeon would look like. Dungeons have 3 bosses, so if you're doing like, you know, in one go with a timer, you have to clear P1, 2, and 3S. Fuck it, yeah, I guess we probably should deserve some gear, right? Like, that does sound like pretty time-consuming and pretty taxing, but I don't know if that's their vision for the content. One of those things where, luckily, Yozora's not very imaginative or creative, so, you know, like, bless me, like, I'm a pedantic nerd about some things that I care about. FF14 has always occupied this space for me, where I'm not very critical of it, largely. I mostly just am like, I like this game. The developers do stuff that I mostly like. I'll buy the ticket, take the ride. That's like my out. Like, I'm like an annoying nerd about like wrestling, comic books, D&D in a lot of areas, but like FF14 has always been my like, man, brain off, whatever they want. Yeah, fuck it. Endwalker, okay, yeah. Medion, depression, yeah. Like, no, I'm here to have fun, and usually it is. Every once in a while, I'm like, I'm not that into the weapon quests, but you know, hey, that happens. They don't allow reses? Oh, cool. A little Baldesian arsenal. I might like to see Savage Dungeons as a quick way to cap tomes, so I don't have to spam too many XDRs and hunts. Fair. More ways to get max cap tomestones are always appreciated. I like that about Crystalline Conflict, even if, you know, you get like 2 tomestones for every match. It was still appreciated to have the opportunity. Whoa. Fucking Captain Improvise over here. Don't be. Aqua has a lot of area of effect level spells, which is really, really good on this boss with multiple targets. This is going to do a lot of damage to that dude. Yeah, I was going to say. It does a lot of damage normally, let alone when he's like in the perfect spot and can't move. Aqua is shredding this boss. Ven and Terra could never. They could if I had had appropriate abilities, but. Explain the mechanic. So the focus bar starts depleting as soon as you go into shot lock mode, whether you're targeting the thing or not. So your goal is always to get as many of those targets and hit your max as soon as possible. So what I was doing is if I notice that I'm like going into the mode and it's taking Aqua a couple seconds to pick a target, I'm just dropping it and trying again because it's a waste of meter for me to be sitting there with no target for several seconds. I don't get any of that meter back. Aqua's guard is the best of the three because by it being a little barrier that goes all the way around her body, those lasers that would normally be like over her head, in the case of like Terra or Van, she can still block them. Aqua shredded that boss. That was insane.
Terra! Then, now! Come on!
Teamwork makes the dream work. The FF14 dev teams are not Google for me. Yeah, that's pretty much where I fall.
We make a good team.
Sure do. Oh,
And I'm not here to say people are not allowed to critique the game that they enjoy or to have their complaints about content they don't like. No stranger to complaining about things on Yozora Heart streams. Trademark sign, copyright sign, trademark sign. But, you know, for the most part,
We need to get you home.
they do stuff and I'm either like, I enjoy this, or, you know, this one was a miss, but that's okay, because I'm going to buy the next thing they did. It's why I'm not entertaining any current, like, discourse on FF16. Like,
Yes?
I'm sure, you know, Yoshida's probably going to do right by me. He's earned that from me.
Ven, you let Aqua take you home.
No way.
Full set of Savage Boss mechanics.
Go with you guys.
In fairness, are you thinking Savage Boss like
We have a dangerous task
your average one? Like your average first fight of a tier
And what is this
fight? Or are you thinking like the fourth fight of a tier? Because I'm thinking like in a dungeon with no reses where they expect you to clear it in one go,
but I'm fighting.
they're gonna have a limit on how insane those fights are.
I've been to the same worlds as you, and I've seen what you've done. You shouldn't put yourself so close to the darkness.
Listen to yourself, Aqua. Terra would never.
You mean you've been spying on me? Is that what he said to do? The Master's orders?
He was only...
Aqua.
I get it.
Terra.
Just stay put. I'm on my own now. All right?
Terra, please, listen. The Master has no reason to distrust you, really. He was just worried.
You're awful, Aqua.
Damn!
So now you know the truth. But the Master loves Terra. And you know that too.
Were you also ordered to take me home? Aqua, now that you're a Keyblade Master, you've let it go to your head. I'm gonna go find Terra.
What I'll say to pull things around to this game.
Terra. Then.
I think Aqua's character would be a little more interesting if Ven's words were not just to hurt her feelings and were actually like a hint of truth. It'd be kind of cool if like you could see that Aqua had become a little bit like cocky or arrogant because she's been given the rank of master and neither of her friends have. I guess she probably sees Terra as like a peer and equal and Ven is like a token little kid, but like I just think that would have been kind of a neat direction for them to go with her character, where she had to like Ven says that line, and then she starts to reflect, like, am I kind of buying my own hype a little bit? Maybe we deal with that for the next set of worlds, but in practice, it's just not true. Like, we know that Aqua's intentions are very pure. She means no harm to Terra. Fucking her adopted dad told her, go bring Ven home and go make sure Terra doesn't do anything stupid. And so she did. She just said, okay, you know, yes, sir, and got to work. It's like not... There was no amount of malice involved in her action at all. Really, her personality is not. I mean, if anything, her perspective has been mostly like, and the master was being, you know, a worrywart. This is not necessary. Terra doesn't need this. You know, I'll just meet up with him and tell him how silly this is. And Terra overreacts because, you know, she gets to the part where she tells him what's happening, and he doesn't listen to the part where she tells him she's not buying Ericus' hide. But that's just my 2 cents. I think that would have been the kind of. I'm not one who's like, things need to be gritty. Things need to be dark for them to be interesting. And I think Aqua's character probably is a little unfairly maligned for being straightforward. Her thinking the best of her friends is very normal. I just think that could have been a fun idea to play with instead of it just being Ben's a petulant child who's like, you hurt Terra's feelings. Fuck you, Aqua. And he runs away. We've done this before because I always think it's going to make Zero Gravera or Magnera, and it, no. Do I want that Thundara instead of this one though? Yes, because I can meld an ability onto it and be accomplishing 2 things. And I can also maybe get a neat ability out of it. He said to bring 2 grown-ups. Oh, then. Can I get anything useful, though? Not really. Attack haste, not big for Aqua. Go with the Super Crystal. Get an HP boost at it. Don't know that Aqua much needs an HP boost, given I'm not playing on critical or anything, but hey. What am I gonna do? Turn down health points? Not on this stream. I like the different camera shots for each of the characters, even if it's the same cutscene. Like we don't get the shot of Aqua clutching her wayfinder in the other cutscenes. Oh yeah, big same. I don't ever. Okay, let's take a step back. I don't usually feel like they were lazy with the 3 different character storylines. They reuse assets and some bosses in a lot of areas because they don't have a choice, PSP limitations. But I do, when I see that stuff, get the impression that, like, they wanted you to feel like you were playing from 3 different perspectives. And that little bit of Aqua kind of clutching onto her Wayfinder for some security as she's fighting with Terra and then immediately takes his side is actually a pretty good character moment, right? That Ben line only really makes sense to me under the assumption that Ben has a closer relationship to Terra than he does Aqua. Yeah, I'd say that was pretty well established, frankly, in both Terra and Ben's stories, that they're like bros being bros. And I think the story, by doing that, kind of unwittingly Hermione Granger's Aqua, so you get the impression that, like, you know, Terra and Ben both like Aqua, right? And I'm sure they spend plenty of time together. But you get the impression like they're really, really tight, and also our friend who's a girl, and you know, is the smart one. In fairness, I'll say this is a contrast to other trios we see in this series. Like, I don't actually get the impression that Sora is any closer to Riku than he is to Kairi. He's known Riku longer. But I don't think that cutscene would play the same way if it were those 3. And I'm kind of in the middle on whether I would think that of Roxas Axel and Shion, if only because we get a lot more Roxas Axel content than we do with Shion because of the way her story goes. I'm kind of on the fence there. I could be swayed either way. I could definitely see Roxas taking Axel's side in an argument with Shion. But the Sora Riku Kairi one, I feel very confident. Like, I feel that definitively. I don't know that I can really easily see, you know, Riku storming off there and Sora turning to Kairi and Kairi, you're awful. I don't think you do it. I think if anything, Sora's personality, he would mediate. Like he would be like Riku, Kairi is just worried about you, you know? Counterblast. Counterblast. I wish I had a second cure, so I could have cure up. I know that the Moogle is on the next transition screen over, so I will be buying a cure to solve this issue. Probably buy another Fire Auger too, so I can have the trip.
Fire! Fire! Take that!
Aqua has a lot of cool shit abilities, so probably going to see more command melding than you did with the other two, which is saying something, because I've definitely, even looking back through a couple VODs, I've really worked hard, without having any kind of formal plan put together. I've worked really hard to show you guys like diverse abilities across Terraven and now Aqua. Sora clearly wants to kiss both of them. Probably true. Sora also has ice cream, but it's like really good ice cream. Sora's just an insanely sweet boy. And everything you think about his character, everything you think he thinks or is doing, is predicated on the idea that he is a terminally sweet boy. I really don't like the character interpretation people have of like Chain of Memory Sora is definitely more aggressive because Naminé is breaking his brain. But a lot of people treat the way he is in Cage 2 as him being like still rattled by that, or like, you know, him missing Roxas. They try to make it a lore thing because Yen said they go a little bit, they do the thing we're already talking about with Batman where they start applying real world implications to fiction. But like Yen says, like, these are nobodies, they're evil. And Sora's like, okay, I'll fucking beat him to death with my key. And then he shows him like a monster, and then he shows him like a person, like Axel, and he's like, nobody is nobody. I will beat them to death on your word alone, Yen Sid. But like, that's not what they're for. Like, I don't think Sora is being a fantasy racist against nobodies at all. I don't think that's what it is. I think he's just a naive little boy who will do what an authority figure tells him to do. Especially if he thinks it's helping people.
I'm the third? Terra and Ventus were here?
Dun, dun. They put a critical combat skill in a random chest. Yeah. I'm pretty sure all the like fangs and counters and stuff have been chests so far. I could be wrong. Well, this is everything I have. I got through all of Terra Storm without selling anything, but with Aqua and Ven, that strategy was just not on the table. Mostly because, for those characters, they have things that I want. Probably gonna want that extra Thundara. I don't know if I've ever cast Bind. I've been playing like through PSP, PS3, and here now. I don't know that I've ever put Bind onto a slot and pressed the triangle button. Gonna want one of these for later when I make a rule block. And one of these. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. What the heck is wrong with vanilla or peanuts? Nothing, I'd argue. I like both of those things. I'm a vanilla ice cream liker. I'd rather have a bowl of vanilla than chocolate. TBH. Terra is the socks of an outfit. What are you guys doing over there? Zehanort report. A Nort report, if you will. I'm kind of thinking about it now. Like, that cutscene has played twice before, 3 times now, and only now am I maybe because no, I mean I would have seen it from Ven's perspective. I think Terra's you're focusing on him walking away, but surely I would have seen it from Ven's. That like you're awful, Aqua. That's really harsh, and she just eats it. She doesn't even defend herself.
A mask? You're the boy that Ventus mentioned.
Ah, yes. Ventus. Tell me something. Has he learned to put up a decent fight yet?
What do you mean?
I'll be asking the questions.
Oh.
And why shouldn't I? After all, between the two of us, I'm the only one who will walk away from here alive.
Yes, again!
I had no recollection of this fight. I know you fight Vanitas in Neverland.
See ya. Suffer.
Aqua is equipped to handle this geek, unlike the others. Her block guards behind her, unlike Terra and Ven. Well, I love boy. Excuse me? Blade Charge is a command that Ventus did not have access to, so you may not remember it, but Terra did actually have access to it. Pop. Vanitas is the garter belt of clothing? You just saying words. Hey, Jeff.
Who are you?
Not bad at all. Congratulations. I'll keep you around. Never hurts to have a backup.
I have to stop him before anything else happens to Terra and Ven.
It's actually insane that Vanitas just got chaos dunked, and his reaction is to pretend like he let her win. I'll let you live. You got smoked, bucko. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
He's gone.
Right. Then I can't stay here.
Let me go with you, Aqua.
No, Ven. Do as I say and go home.
Why won't you let me?
I don't want to put you in harm's
From
way.
Ven's perspective, you have no idea that when you encountered Aqua here, she had just finished
You
beating
understand.
Vanitas' ass. This is just another moment of your previous point, Mel, where like Aqua could be patient and talk to Ven for a little bit, but instead she's just like, "Go home, Roger," and then flies off. And naturally, he fucking doesn't go home. Why would he? Haley Joel Osment is having a ton of fun being Vanitas. He usually does. It's nice. He puts in the effort so he doesn't just sound exactly like Zora. Her helmet is also bad. I like the Keyblade armor except the helmets across all three characters, actually. I've gone to Disney Town first every time, and I'd like to continue that time-honored tradition. So here we go. Aqua is going to show us the final minigame.
Wearing the mask of peace and hope comes the fearless defender and hero of this town. It is me, Captain Justice.
Huh?
Yeah. We get a bit of, I think because they're closer to each other, we just get a bit of like villainizing Aqua passively from Terra, and not villainizing again, but like they definitely don't seem like they get where she's coming from, and they kind of shut down her attempts to explain herself. And from Aqua's perspective, we just get all the context of why she is doing these things, why she feels the way she does, and that it's not easy for her to just be the one who toes Ericus's line.
You? Oh, now that's a shame. Or is it? Maybe this job's perfect for you, Mr. Hero. What? Name your catastrophe. Those annoying monsters have turned up again over in Fruitball Plaza.
I choose to interpret this as Horace trying to send Pete to get killed.
Monsters? Don't tell me the Infirst are here.
Monsters? Well, too bad. Not on my list.
I didn't know bona fide heroes got to pick.
But I wouldn't stand a chance of surviving, fitting them into my schedule.
Gosh, I thought you said you were Captain Justice. You can't leave those menacing things running loose. They're ruining Fruitball.
He is absolutely 200% trying to fire Pete up to go fight the Inverse, hoping he'll lose and die. Horace is a legend.
Not fear, I am on my way. Sounds like this catastrophe can't wait, but I'll be back here in a jiff.
They are making an effort. I appreciate it. Yeah, Horace is still around in this 2008 game.
Useless, but I don't think I'll
Captain Useless, he is. What a one-scene wonder Horace is right now.
Maybe I could help if you want.
Would you? Oh, that'd be just Jim Dandy. Someone needs to trounce those fiends at Fruitball.
I don't like the phrase Jim Dandy. It kind of sounds a little racist. I don't know how to explain that, but that's how I feel. Don't use that phrase anymore, Horace. It's short for James Dandruff. You're at your limit. We just got started. You can't be at your limit already. Calm down. You're so dramatic. Just be happy I don't play Ice Cream Beat. I didn't elaborate because a lot of things were happening. So previously, when Aqua met up with Kairi after she fought off the Unversed, you watched a cutscene where Aqua placed her hand over Kairi's pendant and she cast a spell, and she said, "If you're ever in trouble, this will deliver you to a heart of light that will protect you." And the implication, obviously, for those of us who remember the events of Kingdom Hearts 1, will remember that when Hollow Bastion fell to darkness, which is where Kyrie's from, obviously, we just saw her on the Radiant Garden, Kyrie is then delivered to Destiny Island. I mean, in KH1, you think ostensibly she's been delivered to Sora, but you'd actually think that, in truth, she was delivered to Riku, because Terra had done the passage Keyblade ritual thing that has a name that I don't remember. And she was being delivered to, like a future Keyblade wielder. But the issue, this is a minute that I'd like to get. The issue is the Nort reports in KH1, you see. The Ansem report. He's got a very specific passage in which he says he explicitly sent Kyrie off-world on purpose because he knew that she would thus, as a Princess of Light, she would be shot off to the Keyblade wielder, and he would be able to track her to where he was going. And that's how he found Destiny Island and sent it to darkness and all that stuff so that his plan could work out. But also, they've kind of decided that that's not exactly it either, because Melody of Memory goes back to him sending Kyrie off of the planet on purpose. So, I don't know. Somebody had the really cool idea that Aqua cast this protective spell on Kyrie, and then they didn't tell anyone else they wrote that into the script. And, later the world was like, oh, what the fuck? No. I feel like I'm going to want that to move around. My chat window display really is not liking apostrophes. Oh, what the hell? Okay. I can't even do a bit. I have no concept of what's causing that. I gotta imagine that hasn't always been happening. And I don't know how to fix it either. Do I have to reset it or something? I mean... It Let's do the most fun thing we can. Oh. And maybe it's a Streamlabs issue? Why are you guys like this? Why? Well, this is unfortunate because this is the alternate option. In OBS, you don't get a cute overlay, you get the window. There's got to be a better option than this. That's gonna bother the bug fuck out of me. Well, you know what? Apostrophes are overrated anyway. Who uses apostrophes in the year 2022? We have slang for that. Most of the time, y'all don't even type using capital letters. No more apostrophes. I'm gonna put a text ban on them. Oh, fuck off. That was mean. Okay. Aqua doesn't have a mid-air dash or glide. I think she can get these things, but I don't have them. I was able to do these in one go as both Terra and Ventus, though, and I really would like to do the same thing. Okay. Good.
Come on! Thunder! Fire! Fire! Thunder! Yeah!
Good deal. I see. I see. I mean, it's a Streamlabs widget, and I don't use Streamlabs OBS anymore. I wonder if that's causing the issue. I guess I would think that the whole thing would break and not just the ability to do apostrophes, but I don't know. I'm not a tech person. I'm just a moron. I'm trying to think now because I can't remember if the franchise that like demanded a reason as to why Mickey Mouse was shirtless in KH1 has addressed Aqua's spell over Kyrie. I can't remember if it's just like a thing people are still like, yeah, they just, you know, change their minds, or if they eventually like got to a place. I don't remember. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Boom, boom, boom. Ew, really? I can't make a second chance? Well, I guess I'll just make another magic haste then. These are always objectively the correct choice. Bonk, bonk. I love pinball. Why? Actually, this world activates my fight or flight response. Well, then you have a privileged life, madam. What do you mean? No, not like this. Man, that was way easier with Aqua than it was with Ven. I feel like I was here for an hour and a half trying to get Ven's down. Jeez Louise. Oh no, not like this. Stop. Break time! All three characters have break time right there. It's like the only chest that is the same for all three of them. Don't know why. But it does mean that I get to show you guys break time as all three characters right here in the same spot. It's like a bear is chasing you. Run downhill. Or uphill. Bears can't do hills. Alright, ready for Aqua's break time? Let's do it! I have no idea why that silly command is achievement worthy. For all three characters, you get an achievement for pressing break time. It's like such a meme. Is Aqua the only one that doesn't have a chest over there? Cool. Excuse me. I tried to preempt it. So now a veil because I'm over. Alright, what else are we leveling? Something. What did I unequip for that Thundar? Another Thundara. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's an achievement because it requires you to stay in this god-forsaken land. Goodness. What did the king do to you, bucko? Technically, the story never requires you to come here. I'm pretty positive you can clear this game for all 3 characters without ever going to this game. I'm not 100%. I'll grant you that up front. I'm not 100% positive of that, but I'm like pretty sure this world's optional. You have to do Stitch and you have to do Hercules, but you don't have to do this. Olympus is undefeated in these streets, isn't it? It's the world that's in every single Kingdom Hearts game. Obviously it's in the original, obviously thus it's in Chain of Memories, it's in KH2, it's in Days, it's in this game, it's encoded. Dream Drop Distance. Dream Drop Distance was the first game to not have Olympus. This was the first game not to have aggro. And Nightmare Before Christmas was another game that this broke the streak for. Not another game, another world. This was broke the streak for. I was just curious. I remembered that Horace was standing in front of the screen transition to this zone, and you had to talk to him, presumably to initiate Aqua's part of this story. But I was like, I know this also goes there, so I was just kind of curious to see what would happen. The game told me go away and stop sequence breaking is what happened, but I had to try. Those little pots, those little, the unversed version of the wizard hat guys, they really do have like elemental properties. The red and blue ones are weak to the opposite element, and they take reduced damage from the same one. Thunder doesn't have a weakness, as far as I know. Oh, let's look at default to yes. Come on. Fruit Bowl. Jesus Christ. Fruit Ball has never been a favorite, not gonna lie. I feel you can tell by watching me play it. Fuckers. Oh, this is so bad. I am losing this hard. They got lucky. The grapes can burst. Like, you see it's a thing of grapes, but they can burst into the individual ones. And each thing is worth the exact same amount of points, whether it's a huge watermelon or whatever. So, like, ideally you want the grapes to break, and then, they're worth, 10 points or whatever. Probably more like 5, but... Goodness.
That settles that.
This is the minigame that made me swear them off for the rest of my life. I mean... fair.
You sure taught those monsters a lesson. You're the real hero in town, if you ask me.
He's right, my dear. I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much.
Who are you?
I'm Minnie.
And she's our queen.
Oh, please excuse me, Your Majesty. Where are my manners? My name is Aqua.
There's no need to be so formal. Just call me Minnie. You see, I'm not sure I'm doing a very good job protecting my kingdom.
Oh, don't say that, Queen Minnie. We all know how hard it's been since the king set off the way he did. Don't you trouble yourself. Why, we wouldn't even think of putting on our yearly dream festival if we thought there was the slightest chance anything might go wrong.
Oh, you're very kind, Horace.
How about that Pete, though? Captain Justice My Hyde. You can't count on him.
My Hyde.
Wait, you're saying his real name is Pete?
Can't remember if I answered. Yeah, I did. I was back and forth. I actually sat at the screen deciding if I really was going to get it or not, especially since I knew I wasn't going to be streaming FF14 until this upcoming Monday. And lately I've been really just adding on unnecessary anxiety about me spending money as if, like, I'm 2 cents away from being on the street, but I was like, let's not be ridiculous. Bought it. We'll see what I try to put together.
And proclaiming that he is one will win him votes. What really makes someone a hero isn't what they wear or what they say. It's the things they do and how they treat everyone.
Well, in my book, Aqua here is #1. You got my heartfelt vote.
Thanks, Horace. I promise I'll try not to let you down.
See that you don't. My vote's very important.
Oh dear, he sounds serious.
Being popular is tough.
That's a very cute line that I think could have worked if they weren't making Willa Holland give the worst performance of her life.
Win this year's Million Dreams Award.
Boy, oh boy, I hope it's the guy I voted for. I voted for him too. Now that we got so much business at the shop, maybe we'll be #1. Wow, Uncle Scrooge sure would be proud of us if we actually
Happy to be wearing an outfit for more than a single piece. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, it looks good. I think it'll be fun to try it on Yozora. I noticed the stitching on the jacket is red. I was like, hey, synergy.
To begin the main event of our Dream Festival, the Million Dreams Award presentation.
Just skip to the part where you say my name. This is a shoe-in.
Oh, how very exciting! This year, we have multiple winners. The Million Dreams Award goes to...
Three-way tie.
Aqua and Terra. All
There's gotta be a mistake. Everybody voted for Captain Justice. I made sure. Now go on, tell her. No. Better try the other one. The Rogue Racer, Captain Dark.
Pete, we counted the votes very carefully. Ventus, Aqua, and Terra won.
There's like 6 votes, buddy. They couldn't have possibly
You
miscounted.
something good, but you were doing it for the wrong reasons, and you went about it the wrong way. Still, a couple of citizens must have thought you had goodness in you because you actually got a few votes. They knew you were looking out for them.
Big whoop. I don't need their lousy votes. Just cough up my prize.
Pete! They voted for you because they believe in you and care about you. How could you look down on that? I've tried to forgive a lot of things you've done, but this is too much. Now you finally crossed the line.
Like that matters to me. Besides, what are you gonna do about it?
Huh.
He's literally shaking with rage.
Guards!
Wait, what? Hey, let me go. Put me down. What? No, you can't. No. Hey, easy. Ow!
Now, shall we continue the ceremony? With the 3 winners, Ventus...
Anyway, she sends him to 1,000 years, no sunlight.
Oh dear, it looks like our other 2 winners couldn't make it here to be with us today.
I must have just missed them.
Perhaps you would accept the award on their behalf.
You'd almost hope that like they could have all been here for this, but this follows Radiant Garden, where they had a falling out, so it doesn't work narratively.
Hereby present the Million Dreams Award as a token of how much you matter to us. Congratulations!
Thank you, everyone.
And as an extra treat, we've created something special. An ice cream flavor just for you. Royal Berry Ice Cream!
Oh my, I wish I had my own ice cream flavor.
What's it taste like?
Flavor?
Go on, try it!
They should have that at Disneyland. Wouldn't that be fun?
What do you think?
Delicious. You couldn't have picked a better flavor.
God, imagine she's like, nah, it's alright.
Oh, very glad you
And Minnie is like, that's it, guards! She sends Aqua to the dungeon.
Who does she think she is dumping me in a place like this? Well, I'll just bust out of here and...
Quiet, fool. You do not possess that kind of power.
Who's there? Show yourself!
That is enough. Stop your sniveling and heed my words.
Okay.
If you do exactly as I say, I may decide to release you from this prison.
Really? Oh, then you can count on me. Just get me out of here, and you can tell me what to do.
A very wise choice indeed. Proceed. With your help, soon every world in existence...
He got reported for asking Minnie to not... Maleficent's like, anyway, Pete, I'll need you in 11 years. So, you know, step into the Star Portal, we'll work on it. I feel like I've gone to Olympus first and then Deep Space the other 2 times. So let's go to Deep Space. Minnie straight up the funny thing is Mickey's not present at all. So like when you hear that he was exiled, you're like, ah. But when Mickey catches up with him in Cage 2, he's just like, oh hey Pete, what's going on? Like he has no idea that Minnie banished him to spend an eternity in infinite expanse. I don't remember those little brooms helping me fight the Heartless in Cage 2. Where were those bastards?
Is there any world they haven't found?
Pete wasn't the place you fight Xenos. That's my rendition of the place you fight Xenos. Music. God. I'm so glad that I was like the people who have like I have the taste buds where cilantro tastes delicious instead of like soap. I'm glad that I have the genes where I just had fun having a crazy anime battle with Xenos instead of being like, oh, why is he here? He should have died in Stormblood. No, please, not like this. I've stepped into the worlds that have a higher battle efficiency, because these guys should be dying a lot quicker than this. This is where you got stonewalled, I'm proud? Really? Let's see. Memory banks. I've completed this game on proud and crit. Actually, I did a crit run on PS3 because I wanted to get the secret ending as easily as possible. My thing about JRPGs, like if you know, when we were doing, you and I were doing our race, and it was KH2 and I decided to be level 2, I felt like I was that much more frustrated because in any other case the option exists for me to just go grind, because there's a lot you can do with just having more health and dealing slightly more damage, but you can't do that in the challenge I was doing.
Tell me, where did you get that?
Come out, you little trog!
Wait!
You there! As Experiment 626 passed through this area.
I don't understand. Experiment what?
Aqua.
Dr. Jumbo Jukiba's genetic abomination, 626. Small, blue, vicious.
Him? But he didn't look vicious.
Ah, so you have seen him.
Yes, he's in the ventilation system.
Blast, he got away again. Hold it right there. Why don't I know you? What section are you from?
I'm...
Trying to stow away, are we? I said stay close.
Gantu?
What is the meaning of this? Captain Gantu, Did I not order you to apprehend the fugitives immediately?
Yes, and I will have them in custody soon. They'd be locked up already if those wretched monsters would just... I mean, if I hadn't uncovered this potential stowaway.
I wasn't trying to sneak on board. My name is Aqua. And those monsters, I followed them here. Please, I can handle this threat. Just give me a chance. Let me show you. The weapon I carry is the only one that can stop them.
Our weapons are of no use against them? Is this true?
Well, we haven't explored all our options.
Nor do we have time to. We are fortunate you are here, Aqua. Your assistance would be most welcome.
But Grand Councilwoman, you can't honestly believe what this stowaway
Gantu is
says.
such a dweeb.
I think you'll find I can. We have a crisis. Jumba and 626 remain at large, and these monsters are obstructing attempts to apprehend them. Or did I mishear your latest excuse as to why you've again failed to carry out your duties, Captain?
Bodied.
Will you help us?
Of course. Defeating them is my job. It's what I do best, ma'am.
Then might I make one other request?
Is she allowed to tell them who she is and what she's doing? Is that metal?
Please do whatever you can to apprehend them intact.
You want me to capture Dr. Jumba and Experiment 626?
But you can't just... That's my job!
You had your chance, Captain Gantu. Now you will stand down and await orders.
I've seen your FF Logs page, Captain Gantu.
We will monitor the location of the monsters.
3 parse Gantu, what we call you.
Thank you for your help.
Even on level 2 you can grind drives. Yeah, you have options. But I think that, increasing your dodge roll is not necessarily the same advantage as just, getting new abilities and defense and strength and health that you could get from, power leveling sword normally. The memories are too far back for me to be able to really, think back to the parts that I got completely, bodied. As far as the game's difficulty. Right? Yes. I hoped, but I wasn't sure. Hells. Renewal barrier. And also... Potion crystal. Second chance! Soon, Aqua will be main event ready. Anything else? Thundara. Let's get Thundaga. I was thinking harder than I deserved to be thinking, but I was thinking. How do I make some of those cool mine? She's got homing mine. That's what I want. Seeker mine. Oh, I need either Magnega or I need the other kind of mine. Getting Magnega sounds kind of hard. And we'll wait. All things in good time, right? Right. Could afford to use this other Yozora though and try to pick up Blizzaga. Helping the villains is a strong accusation. Aqua's just... I mean, the big shark man with a gun was like, follow me or I'm gonna shoot. And so she was like, alright, well. Aqua the diplomat, though. Like, Terra gets here and he helps Jumba escape from his cell because he's a moron. And then, just like befriends Stitch and starts getting on Gantu's nerves, Aqua is the one who will, like, find the commander and introduce herself and explain what she's doing. Just a naturally sweet child is Aqua. Aqua. That still has to happen. Because it's... Yeah. Stitch has a Wayfinder. And Ven is like, what the shit? What do you mean you have a Wayfinder? You're part of the group chat now? And Stitch is like, yeah, dude. Aqua gave me one. At least that's how I remember the cutscene. You all may remember it differently, but that's the way it happened in my mind. That's one fighter Aga down. One to go. Putting a fire in over a fire Aga doesn't feel good, but it's the correct choice, I think. Terra doesn't believe in institutionalized criminal facilities. You know what? Comrade Terra, I agree. You guys have no idea. Today, as you know, work was plodding along. It was a very stressful day today. And a coworker asked me, like, oh, you got any fun, plans for the holiday? And I sat and thought, and I realized that one of my fun weekend plans for this 3-day weekend holiday is to watch, like, 6 or so episodes of the Shenmue anime. What a life I've lived. You know? Only me. Triple fire Aga. Hell yes. This Thundara I don't need though. Okay. Find some better use of my time. No, I can't. Well then we're gonna go with Master instead. No, Aqua. Triple Fire Aqua rules. What I need to be doing is also trying to build. I never, on all three characters, I don't build any of the elemental boosts. On Terra and Ben, it seems kind of superfluous because, you know, they're not spell lads, but it actually can get to some places as Aqua. I build up like a bunch of those fire boosts and then, you know, dump a bunch of triple Fire Agas into the folks. I was thinking about it, and another reason I'm the Savage Dungeons being actually hard is a chance to try out other roles. You mean like trying like healing and tanking in dungeons? Do you not normally do that? I recall one of the things that I thought was an interesting call out is they mentioned you could change roles in the dungeon. Not in the Savage version, in the normal version. I thought that was kind of nifty. Son of a bitch. I went to the teleporter, I got a cutscene, and I took that to mean that that was the way the plot was requiring me to go, so I was going to double back here for some chests. But it turns out it's cutscenes both directions, so I just goofed. Anyway, Aqua can do this with her glider, too. All three of them can. We don't know why. She has this attack, which is like not that fun, that she can fight with. But she also has this, which is kind of nifty. This is very annoying and not that cool. I have very little control. And I'm getting goddamn, like, it's the same stuff as flow motion. I can't really control. Like, I don't really want to be spinning on these things. I just don't, but I can't. This is so hard. Look how little damage she does. I can't stop it. I need a break. I just want to like post up in a corner and shoot the arrows. We've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. Take that, and might I add, gotcha. And now I have an air slide. Shut up, Aqua.
This must be the Wayfinder that 626 was carrying around.
You think I missed something? Missed what? Take that! Gotcha! Take that! God damn it.
Come on! Freeze! Thunder! Fire! Fire!
Fire!
Freeze! Fire! Yeah! Take that! Fire! Yeah! Come on! Enough! Freeze! Thunder!
I have 2 curas, or I have 1 cura? I have 1 cura. Bullets. Take that!
Look out! You must be Experiment 626. I have orders to take you in.
Zora!
What? I think you and I need to talk. But first things first.
Terra's story kind of set the precedent that it was like, oh, PSP limitations, so you don't have buddies. But then you play as Ven and Aqua, and you see that they had plenty. Aqua also gets a fight with Stitch, and then you kind of learn, like, oh, Terra was just really alone. He just didn't have any buddies. It's very sad. He certainly met people. He met Zack, he met Herc, yeah. He met Peter Pan. He whipped Peter Pan's ass. What do you mean should have taken a shower? Look, Jill, if you keep track of all of Willa Holland's unfortunate line reads in this character's story mode, we're just gonna be here for a long time, madam. You know, bless her heart, she was trying.
Thanks. I owe you. What is it you're looking for? Huh? Wait! I just need to ask you!
Dr. Jumba and Experiment 626 have been sighted. At that time, the two of them were wandering around the launch deck. Would you see that they're secured?
Is Experiment 626 really that dangerous of a creature?
We must assume so.
Alright then. I'll head over there now.
Can I buy a second cure? Because I'd like one. No! But I almost can. I don't need another Curaga because I already have Renewal Block. I put it with Asuna. Good boy, Yozora. You thought ahead. The music here is very pleasant. Unlike other worlds where I think it's like mind melting, it's a short loop like every other world because of, you know. I mean, I was going to say PSP limitations, but honestly, that's kind of just Kingdom Hearts. So I feel like they just have looping worlds because they're intent on them being Disney songs. But this one doesn't, it's not as piercing to me. It's just fine. I like Blade Charge. Ven's laser sword command style is probably still a bit better than Ring Blade. Pretty cool. think we can make us a Blizzaga. I have the magic recipe that shows me like lower levels of magic, but Aga and up is considered grand magic or something like that. So you have to get a whole nother recipe to see what those turn into. It's a thing. Why not make some of those boosts I was talking about before? I think the only other thing I'm thinking of like wishing that I can get is EXP Walker, because getting level ups just by hoofing it as Vid a few times made me laugh. That was very fun. Come on, bruh. Oh. Useful. Goodness, I have not leveled up that dash at all. There's like no horizontal movement there at all. Prism Rain. That sounds nifty. There was another... At least I thought there was. I thought there was another chest that was like gravity E. Was that wrong? Oh, I already opened it. So, yes, but in a sense, no. Yes, but in that no kind of way. Alright.
It's time to give up. Then I will fix abnormality, and ridiculous behavior stops.
Hold it right there.
Huh?
Dr. Jumba, Experiment 626. I've been authorized to take you into custody. So it really does belong to you. But where have you seen that shape?
His copy he made of good luck charm that boy Terra showed to him. Terra said friend gave him charm, was very protective of it.
He really said that to you?
Yes.
Then you're still all right, Terra.
And now, because of Terra and his little bauble, my genius creation is hesitating in his genetically programmed destructive instincts. Just look at him.
Huh? What are you doing? Our orders are to capture them alive.
I've decided to take a new approach. All right, you two. Any last words before I blast you into a million pieces?
Lala Patuki!
I'm just Big Bone! Freeze! Stay out of it!
I guess we have to do this the hard way.
Jesus Christ. Alright, Gantu, point through. Oh, okay. He did not like that mind spray. Ah. My memory was not on, so I actually couldn't remember who fought Gantu. I thought it was Ventus, so I was expecting that in his story, and then when I got to the Squid, I was like, no, he is a boss though, right? And at Terra, you fight Sparky. Which, I'll say, is pretty neat. You know, like, three characters come to the world. They don't reuse the bosses a ton. That one in the Radiant Garden, I obviously fought the same boss all 3 times. But, like, largely in the worlds, you get unique experience for each of the lads. Which is, I like.
I'm not done with you yet.
Enough! I observed everything on the monitor.
I can explain.
You've been of great service, Aqua. Thank you. Captain Gantu, escort 626 to the asteroid to which he's been banished. When you return, you're back on patrol.
Not patrol.
Please, Your Highness, would you consider sparing Experiment 626?
Spare him? He's an extremely dangerous creature. I cannot release such a menace.
But it seems to me he's at least trying to make friends. And dangerous or not, I really believe he can succeed.
Very well, Aqua. If he behaves himself, I will consider shortening his exile.
Thank you, ma'am. I like the charm you made. Do you think maybe my circle of friends could become part of yours? My name is Aqua. My friends are Terra and Ventus.
This is sweet. See, Stitch has a unique way of speaking, and he's not even close to as annoying as Jacques. Not even the same annoying solar system as Jacques. %. Jesus. That was really slacking, huh? Well, that'll be the story of another Yozora. We're done here today, folks. And so, without further ado, thank you all for coming to check me out tonight. I appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been grand. And there are those who would even say that it's been lovely. We have gotten through some more leveling. Do I want to crawl on fire? I kind of do. But I don't. But I do. Let's go ahead and just admit that we won't. I'll catch you all next time, tomorrow, with more Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Aqua's story. Until then, goodbye and good night.